How long have you been friends?
10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
10 going on 11 years.
In that time period, have you never had feelings for each other?
No, like he's been just such a great friend. So like I couldn't like see the other side of it.
Could you ever see her being your wife one day?
I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
So you wouldn't rule that out?
I wouldn't
We
completely.
never thought about it.
I've never 100% thought about it. I mean, it's possible, but yeah, we're friends.
How come it's a possibility in your mind, but for you, you're like, I would just never look at him that way?
We've been such good friends. I don't want to ruin the friendship.
How could you ruin a friendship by getting closer?
Well, you know, like when people take friendships into relationships, they're not meant to be in a relationship. They were always meant to be friends.
He just doesn't fit that box?
No, I wouldn't say that because he fits all the boxes.
Then why not move the relationship further?
I never thought about it, honestly.
Your man is your best friend. You never. Well, how long are you gonna keep leading him on like this? You're paying this whole bill? Don't pay the whole bill. You're splitting as friends. As friends, best friends ever. Everybody say it. If he pays for the bill, he's a what? They said it, not me. You want him? Yeah, you want him? You got, huh? Hey, sit next to her. Come sit next to her. Empty chair in here. Hey, if she's your best friend, she'll understand. Sit right here. Sit down right there, my boy. I love you, boy. That's how we do this shit. Hey, Miami, we love you. Enjoy your life, man. Were your best friends happy? You're not happy?
She mad as oh, Karen mad. Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Kakwadash. I'm allowed to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Blessed as a salutation to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, brought lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is a lesson gearing to you men now. Stop being simps, Jake. This video showed you the primary example of a simp. Okay, this culture has bred nothing but weak beta male simps. Men that has been led by women. And it's to the point that enough is enough. You see this thing right here. She's highly offended now because this guy basically exposed her. He put her on blast and, you know what I'm saying, he exposed her schmuck. You see? And he told the other guy, like, basically, look, man, you a pussy, because why are you sitting up here paying for this motherfucker's date and you ain't fucking this bitch? You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping a buck. And the dude can pop her, man. If he just too much of a pussy to even be assertive. Because you can see the timid, the timid look on his face. Look this guy's face, man. Look, his head is all down, no confidence.
Not me.
Look, you see how he look? He can barely look over there. No confidence, man. But this come from a society that pushes this vibration, okay? Because you better believe if he's grown up with his mother or even his father even, you better believe that they told him, look, man, never call a woman out her name, never raise your hand to a woman. You know what I'm saying? Never disrespect a woman. No matter what type of psychobabble they come with you, you got to remain a man and be strong and let her have her way. That's polar opposite to what a man really is. Okay, a man really puts his foot down and put things in perspective, man, okay? And he judge accordingly. Now, there are balance. We're not saying you just go and fuck up women, okay? Though 98% of the women in the society, they need judgment. I'm not going to lie. You know what I'm saying? We're not biased when it comes to that. But overall, there's a balance to certain things. You know, like you can't just be beating up on your girlfriend because, you know, you had a bad day at the office. Now, we're not talking about that. But this is just straight up deceit because now she's hurt. Because she knows that now the witchcraft that she posed on this man, eventually he's going to start putting two and two together. You see what I'm saying? Realize he's being friend zone. He ain't getting the kuba. you know, he's realizing like, wait a minute, this motherfucker has been playing me, and she got that dumb look on her face because now she can't get over on him, which is the deceitful nature of these creatures, man. Okay, but you men, man, y'all gotta wake the hell up, bro, because I've seen it too many times. You know, a guy be arguing with his woman in a store, and then you always got some simp that come and want to get in the middle of it, not judging the factor about what she did. And the fact, that's not even your business. Okay, according to the law, if two men strive together, okay, and the woman jumps in and help, even if the guy's losing, the husband is supposed to cut her hand off, because the scriptures say, meddle not, and within another man, roughly paraphrase, the scriptures say, meddle, strive not in a matter that concern thee not. Okay, and that's the problem with Jake. Jake likes to hop in business that's not his, because he feels that, well, if I go and try to make this guy look bad in front of his woman or his friend, then maybe I will have a chance to get at this woman, you know, to try to prove superior in her eyes, just to be a bigger simp, which is ultimately a covetous spirit. And there's a lot of that in America, man. Like, and just look at it. Just go out in public, you know what I'm saying, and just watch. Watch your man argue with his dame, and then all of a sudden you're going to see how the tables are going to switch. You're going to see that if a man is arguing with his woman in the store, some guy is going to come, hey, brother, don't be doing that. Well, you hop in between me and mine, man, we going to really have a problem. I'm going to really take the frustration out on you, because for the simple fact, you just disrespecting my space. And who are you to try to protect this woman, especially when you don't know what's going on? That's my job, to protect my family, my wife, or whatever, whoever she may be to me. That's my job. It has nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying? But see, men have a rational thought process, man, because they have been born of women. Okay, so let's get into the precepts, because, matter of fact, I'm going to play the rest of this, but she's livid. She's hurt.
You want him? Yeah, you want him? You got, huh?
Look
hey,
at
sit next to her.
Sit back. Look how you
Empty
look.
chair in here.
I don't know. And she's mad because low key, she don't really like him, but she likes the fact that he's there and he's able to gas her up. That's what she likes about him. But she doesn't see a protector or anybody in him. She sees him as a commodity. Okay, meaning that she sees him as, I can use this guy to get what I want and get validated. He's basically validation for her. Free validation at that. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, when anybody is taken away or threatened that validation factor, then she's going to be threatened by that. It's not the fact that she loves this guy. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because a guy could meet her the same night and take her home and pop her the same night, versus this guy been friends with her for 10 months, probably a year. You know what I'm saying? And hey, if he did sleep over he couldn't sleep in the same bed with her. She probably throw a nigga a pillow in a blanket and say, hey, you know, good night. But look at her. She's mad. She's hurt.
Hey, if she's your best friend, she'll understand. Sit right here.
And this comedian, he's actually, and one thing I like about comedy, in comedy, there's truth, because he's actually telling the truth, being comedic at the same time. That's the beauty of it. He's basically telling this guy, man, wake your simple ass up, man. Don't let this bitch run no smuck on you. But look how he looking at her. He got to have her approval in order to, you know, he got to have her approval in order for him to be a man. That's why his head is down. He's looking like, oh, shit, she's going to be offended. And then after the show, you know, he's going to give 2-page paragraph text message about how ridiculous he is and how he ain't shit. She's basically going to show him this confidence he don't have to bring him down lower so she can reel him back in her web. That's how the game goes. It's psychological, man.
Sit down right there, my boy. I love you, boy. That's how we do this shit. Hey, Miami, we love you. Enjoy your life, man. Were your best friends happy? You're not happy?
Yeah, she mad. She should be. But you, Jake, you better wake up, man. Because, hey, this is the book of Proverbs 31:3. It says here, give not thy strength to women, nor thy ways to which destroy kings, man, okay? And this guy, he gave all this strength to her. You can see that he's looking for her approval. Well, I better not look over there because she going to get mad. Like, dude, man the hell up, man. Ain't you supposed to be the damn man? She's supposed to seek to you for approval, man. Not the other way around. All right? Matter of fact, gird up. Gird. See, you're the book of Job 38:3. Job 40:7 says, gird up thy loins now like a man. I would demand of thee and declare thou unto me. The Lord demand us to be your men. Be men. Be courageous. Stand up to this shit, man. Okay, if she ain't piping to your tune, man, then go find you somebody else that's gonna do what they supposed to do, man. And now we not saying it's like on some tyrannical sense, like, oh well, the bitch better be looking in between the cracks of the walls for me. Nah, I mean making it tyrannical like that, but I mean there's a role for men and women to play. If she's not trying to play her role as a woman, then you don't need to be dealing with that. Okay, because if she's not playing her role with a woman as being a woman, then how you gonna, do your deeds as a man? And you can clearly tell that he don't have really a masculine spirit in him. Same thing about that Jake at the beginning. Do you see yourselves being married? Possibly. Like, dude, you sound like a straight female, man. Okay? Like, straight up. Most chicks that know men, most chicks, they would just try to avoid real men at all costs, or the ones that know the value of a man, they would try their darnest to be within that man's company. Okay? They'll say all the right things and play all the right tunes till they figure you out, of course, but they'll try to be within your company. Even if you ain't gonna take them serious, they want to be around you completely. You know what I'm saying? They can know that you have a wife, or they can know that, you still got feelings for your woman and respect that, but still want to be around you. Like, look, I already know why I stand with you. I just want to be around you. And that's how it's supposed to be. You don't let her dictate the pace of shit, man. You tell her, like, look, this is my terms. This is my conditions. Either you can accept it or you don't. You know what I'm saying? If you don't accept it, you got more guys like exhibit number A and B in the video. It's just that simple. Shit, they don't like it, they can fucking walk. Okay, we ain't in a time now like I went to the job yesterday, man. I had to get my laptop updated. So I went in the elevator, man, and it was a Jake that I know that work in a different department. We started at the same time, and it was this other chick, like this Edomite chick. And you could just look at her and tell that she's completely depressed. She's keeping up with the trends of society. She's probably TikTok famous. And, you know what I'm saying? I was on the elevator talking to the Jake, man. And I kind of just looked at her and kind of blew off like, yeah, why you even in my presence type shit. And she felt the spirit I gave her, because I guess she thought I was supposed to say something to her, acknowledge her. But I just looked at her like she wasn't even there. And I kept my attention on the Jake. And that's how you do it. And she looked at me like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And I just looked at it and I just like, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't acknowledge, like she wasn't even there. She wasn't even like there to me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you got to be, because a woman like that, a man will go out their attention to get her fucking attention. I'm not going to do that shit. I'm not finna do that. Especially not at this stage of my life. Hell nah, you're not that important. Nobody's that important if you ain't serving your Yahweh Shimi Hawashad. I don't give a damn who you are. You could be my fucking mother, my father. I don't give a shit. You ain't serving the Lord. Hey, your important levels is not up there. I mean, yeah, you have levels to it, but you get what I'm saying. Not to be a completely spineless asshole, but if you ain't really piping to the Lord's tune, then there's only so much we got to talk about. Period. And so that's just how it needs to be. Okay, people can adopt that sentiment with us, but when we project it back onto them, then all of a sudden we the bad guys. Nah, bro. That's not how this thing work. Okay? Woman, trouble. I keep forgetting where this precept is at. Job 14:1. Very easy to remember, right? Okay, it says, a man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. Okay? Is of a few days, right? Because usually, the life expectancy of men, mainly men of color, 18 years old, 18 to 21, maybe 25. Today, maybe 16. And I'm just throwing numbers out there. But overall, man, men born of women, they adopt the sentiment of a woman's mindset. So therefore, man, they have the emotions like women. We all grew up in that aspect. Even though our dads and fathers was around, our mother had the predominant custody of us, man. Like I was with my mother more than my father. And as you grow older and reflect, it showed. You know what I'm saying? You don't know because you're just so caught up in the moment. But when you look at it, the average person on the outside looking in, it shows. You know what I'm saying? Like my cousin. I'm like, yeah, nigga, you in and out of jail. You shooting at people all the time. It's like, bro, you too impulsive. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it comes from the foods and stuff like that, the environment, the hostile environment. But women, they don't really know how to channel to teach men how to control their emotions, because we're used to seeing them just blatantly go off, man. And that's another thing too. You women out there, you have to be very controlled with your impulsive emotions towards your young sons, man. Okay, you know, you may hear something you don't want to hear, but if you projecting an emotion of upset or fear, okay, and you're dealing with the son, then he's gonna pick up on that emotion because he's gonna see you emotional. He's gonna become emotional, and he's gonna react off your reaction. It may be something you don't want to do or you don't like that he's engaged in, but if he's seeing you handle it a certain way, he's gonna have that same. You're gonna put those spirits on him instead of thinking about it rationally. Okay, what can I do to make this situation work? What's another possible course of action that I can do to make this work? You see what I'm saying? So you have to be very careful with that for you women that have sons out there. But it says he coming forth like a flower and is cut down and fleeth also as a shadow and continue not, right? Because like I said, boys in the hood, shit, I don't think Ricky and Doughboy was even 21 years old. It was probably like 18, 19 maybe, and they died. But Trey grew up with his father. He lived long enough. He went to college. I think him and Brandy got married, which the chick Nia Long play. I think they got married. Probably had a few kids. Who knows? You see, but you see the difference. That's why the scriptures say, train up a child in the way he should go. He should not depart from it. You know? So next precept real quick, and I end it. It's not meant to be a long lesson, but this is the book of First Esdras 4, and I'm going to start at verses. Let's start at verses 20. It says, a man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country and cleaveth into his wife, because, hey, you know, men and women, they're designed to be together, okay? We supposed to be with our wives. That's how the Lord created it. Or our wives. The man can be many flesh. The Lord can be one flesh with many women. When it says one flesh, is meaning talking about with that particular woman. But when you have a harem around you, then you're one flesh with your wives because you went into them, you got to know them. But it says, a man leaveth his own father that brought him up and his own country and cleaveth unto his wife. He sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remember, neither father nor mother nor country. And don't get it twisted. Every man in the scriptures didn't have a harem of women. Okay, you had women based on your status and what you can afford. Certain men only had 2 wives because that's all they can afford. Some men had 4. Some men had 1. Some men had 3. But that's not to say that you only are subjected to 1. Okay, if you have 1, then you have 1. So be it. Okay, you can have more than 1, but if you have 1, that's all you can deal with. That's all you're capable of handling. Then deal with 1. Okay, and we teach that all the time. You know, we teach that, yeah, having multiple wives is lawful, but it's also a responsibility that comes with that. Most jakes look at it as, look, we just want to fuck a bunch of bitches. I mean, you gonna do that as far as harlotry wise and concubine wise. That's that. But overall, man, when you dealing with a woman in particular, you dealing with her, you deal with her. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times, you know, we get confused. But regardless, it's lawful to sleep with more than one woman. Okay. Now, whether the woman receives that or not, that's her problem. But, you know, it's more wise to just be with one woman on this side. Okay. It's just more wise and less trouble. But that's not even good enough for the women. Just the fact that we can have more than one, that's a problem, even if you just deal with one. I dealt with that fucking problem years, man. You know, I dealt with one chick, but the fact I was able to deal with multiple, shit, she wasn't having that because I wasn't under the witchcraft that Esau told me I had to be under, and she wasn't dealing with that. Shows you where her loyalty lied. It wasn't with me, it was with Esau and his philosophies, because that poison he's pumped into her mind has allowed her to project that shit into our relationship, and I wasn't having that. You know what I'm saying? And it just got to the point, it's like, enough is enough. You can go do what the fuck you want to do, and I'll do what the fuck I want to do, and it's better that way. You know, only how I will accept her back is if the Lord change her mind completely, and she has to come back on begging knees. And I don't see that happening no time soon until the Lord really jacks her up. But even then, who gives a fuck? Shit, we finna get the kingdom, so, I mean, I don't really care at the end of the day. But just to put emphasis on that, but it says he sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. And remember, neither father nor mother nor country. But by this also you must know that women have dominion over you, right? Women do have dominion over you, man. Okay, eventually, because the things you do, you know, and it's going to break it down. Not saying that they should have dominion over you, but overall, men work and provide for their families. Ultimately, they're slaves to their families. It says, ye do not labor, do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? Okay, most drug dealing jakes, okay, they go out there and they buy Hellcats or whatever they got to do to make money to get the hood princess, you know. You get the hood bound chick that's the most top quality, the hood rat. Just for her to dethrone you eventually and get another guy that's doing a little bit better than you. I mean, it happens all the time. Look at movies. It happens in real life. You know, celebrities and stuff like that. First thing a celebrity do, a basketball player is go get him a housewife, a Atlanta housewife. And I'm talking about an Atlanta housewife, not a real housewife that cook, cleans, and stays home and perfect her craft. No, we're talking about a wife that's on a fucking reality show, and then he wonders why he's paying $35 million a month in child support when he only makes what, $350,000 a year. Okay, but it says but it's also, matter of fact, no, it says toil and give and bring all to women. It says, yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob and steal, and to sell upon the seas and upon the rivers, and looketh upon a lion and goeth in the darkness, and when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. All we see it all the time, man. It says, wherefore a man loveth his wife better than father or mother. But yea, many there be that have run out their wits for women. Wits goes into your mind, your wisdom for women, and become servants for their sakes. And when you look at these two slime balls right here, they're simps, man. Okay, and that's why this woman was all upset and dismayed at what the comedian was saying, because he basically exposed her bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't expecting the guy she was with to ever know that, because basically what he is for her is he's free validation. Okay, she wake up in the morning, probably contemplate suicide because she may be overweight. You know what I'm saying? She's not happy with herself. She's not really likable or anything like that. So therefore, she has a sucker like this guy that's going to tell her everything she wants to hear and really mean that shit. You know what I'm saying? All because he's a simp and he was taught to worship the woman. But the scriptures tells us we're not supposed to worship women, man. That's that queen of heaven spirit. Because look at him. He's all, you can tell he's a simp, and too many Jakes come in his damn spirit. And that's why a lot of Jakes get put down. And it says, many have also perished and have erred in sinful women. Okay. But it says, and now do ye not believe me? It's not the king great in his power? Do not all regions fear to touch him? But yet did I see him pain the king's concubine, the daughters of admirable Bardicus, sitting at the right hand of the king, and taking a crown from off the king's head and setting upon her own head. She also struck the king with her left hand. And yet for all this the king gaped and gazed upon her with the open mouth. If she laughed upon him, he laughed also. But if she took any displeasure at him, the king was fain to flatter that she may be reconciled to him yet again. So basically, man, he went out of his wits to keep her interested, man. Something that was never known, to put your hand on a king. You know what I'm saying? It looked just like, and they was like, oh shit. And then she laughed it off, all because he was flabbergasted by her beauty. And this is the commonality of the day. Like I was going to get a little checkup yesterday, you know, because I've been on my herbs real heavy. So, you know, I wanted to prove Esau's science ain't got nothing to do with holistic healing. So I went to go get some blood shit done, you know, which, you know, Jake should get their blood checked, even though I don't believe in Esau drawing blood and taking all of it. But it's good to kind of know what's going on in your body. So I was sitting in a chair, and when they tied me in a chair and stuff like that, it was an Edomite lady and it was a Jake lady. Weird, you know. The Edomite lady must have been like an ex-drug addict or something, because you could tell her mannerisms. She was real hyper. She was talking and all that other stuff. And then you had the Jake lady that I think she was into women. She was real, just kind of, you know, an older stud chick. You know what I'm saying? Probably in her 60s, just like, wow, through. So she was asking me, she was like, oh, what kind of stone necklace is that on your neck? And I told her, I said, this is what they call a pyrite stone. And then the Edomite chick, the kind of older chick, she grabbed my necklace, and I kind of looked at her, and she kind of backed away. I'm like, yeah, don't put your fucking hands on me, man. You know, like, why you touching my shit for? And she kind of got that vibe. But, you know, you could tell she was strung out before, too, so she probably didn't think nothing of it. But I'm just like, back in my mind, I'm like, my spirit, like, don't put your hands on my stuff. Don't touch me. You know what I'm saying? Don't put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm liable to smack the fuck out. Don't put your hands on me, man. You ask before you touch, you know, type shit. And, you know, she kind of picked up on that and kind of backed up like, oops, my bad. Like, yeah, you know, but in this case, it was the same thing, but he laughed it off. Me, I didn't laugh it off. I'm like, you touch me again, we gonna have a problem. You know, but of course, Jake being PC and tranquil, you know, you gotta let certain things roll off. But in an average situation, you're not gonna just put your hands on me, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the point. All right, but I'm gonna just end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Ball. Shalom.